Fraport Skyliners here to their hometown arena in Group A action. Two teams which have distinctly different fortunes so far in this Champions League schedule. They're in game day 9 and Banvit have been in commanding fashion from the start of this tournament. They have been one of the front runners in this Group A from the opening tip, and their contest with Monaco at the top of the table is one which will prove extremely interesting. There we see the schedule of games in Group A. All 4 games taking place today. As I mentioned, AS Monaco, the other team at the top of the table, along with Banvit. They will be on the road in Slovenia for Helios Suns. Arani welcome Nimburg, and then Bears welcome Aris for the 4 games. All 8 teams will be in participation today for Group A as the playoff picture starts to unfold week by week, game by game. Remember, it is the top 4 teams that will qualify into the playoff stages in some form. Here is the table, and we will see AS Monaco and Banvit sit at the top of Group A with an identical 7-1 record. Banvit, having defeated Monaco at home here in this arena, do have to go on the road to Monaco in what's going to be an important 2 weeks for Banvit after this game, as they will go to Aris, the one team that has defeated them in the Basketball Champions League as well. Aris, as you saw, currently sitting in 4th place. For Fraport, it has been a disappointing season for them so far, both in the Basketball Champions League and domestically in Germany as well. Here we see their lineup. They come into this game in 6th position with a 3-win and 5-loss record. Looking at their roster, the guys to keep an eye out for is really Shavon Shields on the inside, Michael Morrison, a number of key players for them, and what is a thin roster for them here tonight. It is not an easy place to come on the road, so they will need a very impressive performance if they are to leave Turkey with any type of victory. Here we see the Banvit lineup. As I mentioned, this is one of the key teams in Group A. They're led by a host of double-figure scorers. Jordan Theodore, the number 25, the American guard, averaging 15 points a game, 6.5 rebounds, really does pull all the strings, but they've got that experience with players like Gasper Vidmar, Ido Muric, the 2 Slovenians on their team as well. So here we see the Fraport team. I said they have had their struggles. They're coming off a very disappointing game last week, a defeat at home to Monaco. That was after really they hit the bottom of their performances, having scored just 54 points the week before on the road in Israel against Aroni Hara. They have also struggled in the German league. They've won just once out of their last 8 games. It was a 22-point defeat for them this past weekend against Bayern Munich. On that particular occasion, they had 3 double-figure scorers: Montez Robertson, Shavon Shields, and Mike Morrison. A couple of the guys that I highlighted. There is Robertson. He was back to us as we see these starters coming out for Fraport Skyliners. Gordy Herbert, a man who has a great pedigree in German basketball. It is a lineup which is thin on the ground for Skyliners. There's no Maher Agfar on the road here today, and the young man I think is a bit of an X-factor for their team. We see Shavon Shields heading out there, followed up by Nicholas Kjær. So it'll be all to do for the Skyliners team. There's no Jordy Herbert on the road yet again for the Fraport Skyliners. Something else which will hurt their team. So it's Klaus Perwas that is the head coach today. So Gordy Herbert, as I mentioned, a man with great pedigree. He's had suffered with illness. He's not here in Turkey. As we now turn our attentions to the Banvit team. This is a team that is coming off a strong victory, 85-77 at home. There's a 3-game homestand for them. This is the 3rd game. They defeated Bears and Aroni Nahara in the last 2 weeks. They will then go on the road
back to Chesnenberg next week before that two-game stretch I referred to. At home here in Manderma against Aris before going on the road to AS Monaco and the Stade Louis II Arena. That may well be a battle for top spot in game day 12. So assuming, of course, Banvit continue this run that they have shown in the Basketball Champions League. A fantastic record for them. This is a 4-game win streak for them coming into this game. They have been in fine form, scoring freely. It's really just one blip for them. 60 points they scored on the road against Helios in game day 6. Apart from that, they've been a free scorings team, consistently in the high 70s and 80s. So we've had the team announcements before we get underway here tonight. There will be some pre-game activity. So coaches will just go and shake hands, speak to the officials. And of course, with situations in Turkey in recent weeks, there's a ceremony where the president of Banvit and the players are awarding flowers of memory to the policemen here, remembering the victims of the terrorist attack that happened 3 days ago in Istanbul. There are our 3 officials. We saw a number of local law enforcement officers in attendance, shaking hands with the players. Also a sign from the club showing the memory of their fellow officers. Somber times for these men. Commiserations go out. So the players will now gather with the front office staff as well, in front of the policemen. Photo. We'll pause for a moment. Back to thoughts of today's game then, to the presentation.
see the police still in attendance, but the Banvit fans turning up the volume as they always will, both here at home and on the road as well. So their team will be sure to try to memory players as we see the starting lineup for the Fraport Skyliners. It is Kwame Vaughan, Quintez Robertson, Michael Morrison, Siobhan Shields and Nicholas Kell. 5 players will be making their way out onto the floor. Vaughan is a big-time prospect, a big-time player for this Fraport team. There is Klaus Perez, as I said, the head coach, acting in the absence of Gordy Herbert, who had returned to the sidelines for the Skyliners team. Vaughan, going back to him, the guard, number 4. He averages 14 points a game. He's the leading scorer for his team, alongside Siobhan Shields, are the only 2 double-figure scorers for the Fraport team. So they will be relied on to be heavy scorers in this game. For Banvit, it's Ido Muric, Gasper Vidmar, Jeremy Chappelle, Jordan Theodore and Orlik. And that operates inside out for Sasa Filipovsky. So Orlik, the 6'7" forward, is having a superb season so far for Banvit. The number 10, yet to really mention him in the pre-game warm-up, but no doubt we'll be mentioning his name a lot in this game for you tonight. He averages 15.5 points, 6 rebounds a game. So, between the combination of him and Jordan Theodore, the pair really do fill up the stat sheet. So it'll be interesting to see those 2 battles, the point guard battles or the guard battles, if Theodore and Kwame Vaughan match up, and then the wing players of Orlik and Siobhan Shields. So the team's getting their final instructions then, as we are nearly ready to get underway. Game day 9 of the Basketball Champions League. Now remember, if you like what you see here, make sure you tune in to the rest of the regular season. It is all available for you on livebasketball.tv. So make sure you miss none of the action throughout this year. So players nearly make their way out onto the floor. Banvit already there. Jordan Theodore wearing the face mask. They will be in the white uniforms. And for Fraport Skyliners, they will be in the blue uniforms. Players shaking hands. Theodore, can he continue the fantastic season he is having so far? 15 efficiency, as he is one of the leaders both on this team and in the entire competition. So we are up and underway. Welcome to Turkey. It is game day 9. First possession for Banvit, as they will reverse it around. Hand off with Ido Muric. Fraport in the man-to-man defense. And Banvit look to the inside. Hounding defense though from Michael Morrison. And Theodore puts it on the floor, goes straight at Kwame Vaughan. That is the matchup that people have probably paid money to see here tonight. The battle of the point guards in first possession. It is Jordan Theodore that has the advantage. He attacks Vaughan off the dribble, gets himself to the line, draws the foul. So there is the man in the mask, Jordan Theodore at the line. Next number 1. So they play college basketball at Seton Hall. He's had a European career that included time last season with Fraport Skyliners. So no doubt he will be looking to have a good year against the team that he employed him last year, the team that he helped to become FIBA Euro Cup champion. First possession for the German team. They'll reverse it into his replacement, Kwame Vaughan. Here he comes off a screen. Trying to find some room. Great back cut from Shields. He'll pull up. His shot just rolls out, though. Not sure how that missed. And once again, Theodore, who must be motivated for this one, comes down, looks to the inside. He goes to Orlik. He's going to back his man in. His pass is deflected out of bounds. So we do have the matchups we were talking about. Gedimus Orlik will be guarded by Siobhan Shields, who has picked up that time. This time Shields will go over to Murik. That's the quick shot, doesn't go for Jeremy Chappell. And here comes Siobhan Shields. Shields through the gears, will now pull it out. Kiel reverses it around to Vaughan. They'll use this side pick and roll. Vaughan trying to find some room, can't, so backs it out, wants the screen to be set. Morrison will roll. Vaughan picks it up. Good defense from Theodore. Penetration from Robertson along the baseline, and he glides in for the finish. Quantez Robertson then had it all to do himself. Excellent one-on-one drive along the baseline for the first score for Fraport. And here's Muric with the ball, waiting for the traffic to clear. Theodore looking to the inside. Vidmar was guarded, eventually gets it, and is then fouled. Inline possession. Conversation. Let's put Vidmar, one or two Slovenians on this team then. Here it is. Orlik on the far side. Nioso gives it to Theodore. Theodore gets some space. Penetration will be waved away. Travel against Jeremy Chappell. Possession back to Fraport. Siobhan Shields claps his hands. Delighted with the call from officials. So Vaughan comes off this quick screen. Slides into the short corner. Back it down against Theodore. This is a great matchup, these two. Spins, hesitates, goes off the glass and scores. So 2-2 in the early going in the point guard battle. That is one to keep an eye on. Whoever gets the lead, whoever wins that contest, a long way to helping their team. Theodore goes to Vidmar. Vidmar doesn't really have the three-point range. That's why you see the defense stepping off him. Chappell, and the three is missed by a man that does have that range in Orlik. But Fraport will come the other way. Vaughan wants the quick screen from Morrison. He instead wants the pass. Reverses it around. Here comes Shields. Shields holds and waits for the ball screen to come. Finds Morrison wide open. Morrison with the finish! Great execution from Fraport. Good high-low pass from Siobhan Shields. And look at this for a finish for Morrison. I mean, Vidmar is a man that is mobile, is active. But he was left standing by the athleticism of Michael Morrison. Theodore then reverses it around. They'll try and go to the inside as Vaughan has switched. Trying to match up with the bigger man. Orlik kicks it, and Muric will take the three. Ido Muric knocks it down. I'm a big fan of Ido Muric, and has got extensive experience despite still being young. That is his first three. Played already in the Slovenian national team. Just 25 years of age, skilled forward, can play inside and out. He's known as a good defender as well. That's why he's on Siobhan Shields on that far side. As Robertson just has a miscommunication with Nicholas Kell. There'll be a turnover, ball back into the hands of Banvit. Jordan Theodore uses the screen. Vidmar rolls and posts up. They're looking inside, but defense was good for Morrison. Now they change the angle and they find Vidmar. Vidmar's pass is deflected and hits the ring, nearly goes. Not sure if that counts as a missed shot or a turnover. Robertson will hold and wait. He's in no hurry here on the road. His team with a 1-point lead in the early going. They'll want the slow tempo. Said in pre-game, Banvit known as a high-scoring team. Kel puts it on the floor. Fouled. So first foul against Genimus Orelek. Lithuanian. Up his first. Yeah, just didn't quite get position before the contact. First substitution. It is for Fraport. As you see Antonio Graves come in. As Kiel went out. There's a smaller lineup now for Fraport. There goes Siobhan Shields sliding into the 4 position. You can stretch the floor. Graves tries to find him, deflected well. 7 on the clock. Vaughan short. Shields, though, is the first man to the loose ball. And this is what he can do in that position. Shields put it on the floor. Here he goes again, trying to penetrate against Vidmar, but Vidmar blocks it. Second attempt comes up well short. Orelek grabbed in the rebound, and here comes Theodore. Theodore crosses over into the lane, glides in, but it comes out. Like it was going to drop for Theodore. As Fraport come the other way. Vaughan calls the play. 14 on the clock. Shields catches, fires it. Hit on this occasion. Both teams started off quite brightly offensively, but have been struggling for baskets recently as Muric tries to attack the mismatch, but couldn't get past Michael Morrison. And now switching from Fraport, Vidmar tries to step through, well guarded. Penetration, arc and finish is good for Jeremy Chappelle. First points for him, the lead back with Banvit then. Here is Vaughan, great kick, the open 3, Graves buries it. Excellent point guard play from Kwame Vaughan. He was the man, turned the corner off the screen, got into the lane, all the defense rushed to him. And he knew where exactly the man would be, waiting for the shot. Chappelle. Back to Muric. Muric comes off the screen, finds Orelek, who'll be fading in the corner, knocks it down. That's why he has been scoring freely. Dimas Orelek hits the 3, first points for him. Graves versus to Morrison. Morrison. Now he waits for Vaughan, hands it off, Vaughan loses it. Oh, now he's got some room to Morrison. Again, he finishes at the ring. Michael Morrison, so explosive in and around the basket. You let him take off, you better watch your head. Because he gets up high, and Vaughan knows that. Anytime Morrison's got some space, he's looking for him. Now, Vidmar goes against Morrison, but it's going to be a travel. Frustrated man on the sideline. Coach Lubowski was an unhappy man with that possession for Banvit. Out go Vidmar and Chappelle. The first substitutions for the Turkish team. They've been replaced by Kulik. He is the number 7, jumping out on the ball. There's the penetration from Graves. Vaughan, extra pass to Shields. Great defense to recover though. Graves is going to take and bury another 3. Just as I was commenting on how good the defense was, Antonio Graves just frees himself for his second 3 of the game. 6 points for him off the bench. Now the penetration from Muric, a lot of contact, can't finish. Bekwe picks up the foul. New man into the game for Fraport. He's replaced Morrison on the inside. Bekwe with great pedigree. Had to play well though to pick up the slack. And Michael Morrison had showed at the start of this game by the numbers. Now Bekwe more productive than Morrison, averages more points. Just a touch under the same number of rebounds. But Morrison had started this game well as Muric makes 1 and 2. A team within 2. So here is Vaughan. Matchup kind of played even still. Theodore playing some hounding defense, but it's Graves again. A lot of room for a man who was 2 of 2 beyond the arc. On occasion he couldn't hit. And Theodore would come the other way. Quick crossover again from him. He's going to find his sharpshooter in the corner. It's buried by Mutaf. Can Maxim Mutaf then buries his first 3? There's a Bekwe. He tries to respond, too strong. And Banvit, who have got the lead back, come down in transition, want the quick screen from Kulik. He looks high-low. Muric is in the low post against Robertson, but Robertson tips it away. Muric falls to the floor, trying to hold on to it. There's a scramble as the ball falls loose. Mutaf buries the 3 again. He picked it up off the floor. There was no room whatsoever, but he had the awareness. The shot clock buzzer was winding down. Fired it up quickly and got the score as a Bekwe. Has his shot blocked. Shields saves it. And Banvit just managed to keep it in bounds. Theodore through the gears. Look at the speed in transition. He can't finish, but Kulik can. What a period of play then, up and down. Theodore drives, can't finish. Kulik just hangs behind the play though. Falls straight into his hands for the easy dunk. And now here is Bekwe once again attacking the ring. Kulik grabs the rebound and Bekwe will foul him. So twice Bekwe had good looks. Strong penetration from him. He's got to finish if he's getting those type of opportunities in the paint. Substitution. See Max Mertz. There he is. Coming in for Fraport. Mertz is a man who could hit the 3-point shot if he's given the opportunity. I'm sure the guards of Banvit will know that, but he's going to have to guard this man with the ball. Theodore has caused problems on his penetration. This time he goes high-low. The switching defense. So Mertz trying to match up with Orlik, who had himself a trip to the line because of the team foul situation. Heady play from Jordan Theodore then. Seen him penetrate. As soon as the defense switched though, was he trying to force it? Recognised Mertz had no opportunity and was going to struggle to guard Orlik on the inside. So he threw a very good pass, drew the foul. Two for 2. Theodore goes out. And he is replaced by Emir Gukap. And he is playing defense and point guard. And Shields has it. Graves back to Shields. Shields trying to penetrate against Mutaf. Morrison back into the game and back finishing. So what a substitution. Morrison back onto the floor, an immediate impact once again. 6 points from him, he remains perfect from the floor. And now he's going to switch out. Banvit trying to search to the inside. They want Kulik, but now instead the other way. Morrison rejects the shot. We're trying to find Damian Kulik on the inside. Banvit, but he was not available. So it meant that Rokap had to try and penetrate himself. Morrison had that covered the entire way. 0.2 of a second on the shot clock, on the game clock for Banvit here. Well, they're going to look at the end of the quarter. Probably going to have to look to tip it. It's going to be difficult to try and lob over the top of Morrison. They do lob it up. The tip doesn't go. So that is the end of the first quarter here. Highly entertaining. A Fraport Skyliners team which has been struggling both domestically and in the Basketball Champions League has started this game brightly against the co-league leaders in Group A. They are sticking with them 22-16. Banvit have the lead after 10. There is the statistics. 80% from Banvit, 4 of 5 from beyond the 3-point line. incredible shooting from both teams, really, but Banvit especially. Mutaf come off the bench, hit 2 of 3. Muric has hit 1. Orelek has hit 1 as well. So Banvit leading a number of statistical categories. Dominating rebound, but Fraport only 1 turnover in that first 10 minutes. And as long as they look after the ball, will give them a great opportunity to stay in this game. So here's some of the highlights of that first quarter's action. And this three-point shooting, we just saw the first from Ataf. Watch this one. Just rolls to him, sets the feet, fires it over the top of Robertson to make it. We've seen a lot of bench scoring from both teams. The 2 leading scorers from either team, Mataf and Graves, who have both gone 2 of 2 from beyond the three-point line as soon as they set foot off the floor. Set foot on the floor, excuse me. It's been an entertaining first 10 minutes here. Banvit, they have the lead. Fraport still within touching distance. Start the second quarter. Max Mertz will bring it down. A man who can also make those three-point shots. May go to Robertson on the inside. Robertson waits for Graves. Cut off a couple of screens. He's isolated on the wing. Now Morrison sprints into it. Goes to Morrison, and he finishes once again. How much room is Michael Morrison going to find around that ring? 8 points for Morrison already here. This is a man who he only averages 7.8 a game. First 11 minutes been very impressive for him. Kulik puts it on the floor, attacks Morrison, who is going to commit the foul. What a start for him. I mean, credit to his teammates as well, as Morrison's been the finisher, but he's needed someone to provide him the opportunities. And you see, when Abekwe came in, Abekwe had 2 good looks, failed to convert. Morrison has been the X factor. He's going to have to go out here, though. Substitutions. Ilshufer comes in, and back comes Nicholas Kiel as well. Ilshufer guarding the out of bounds. There you see him, number 12 for Fraport. Banvit use the high screen. Kulig rolling. It'll have to be a rebounder. There was another 3. Gulkap hits the 3. His first 3. Another one from Banvit. Smoke in the nets for them. 5 threes now. Here is Shields. Handing it over to Mertz. Mertz comes off the screen. Shields will have some room here. Fouled. It's Ilsufa. I think there will be whistle for that one. Excuse me, Akel commits the foul. Wrong number 12. Another man fresh into the game. Mehdihan Akel. Giving shots to Siobhan Shields here. His first is missed. Possession back with Banvit. They bring it down, waiting for the action to happen away from the ball. Here is Mataf. Get those 2 threes, remember. Better defense on him this time. And he's going to find Kulig. Goes to the reverse and finishes. Great play for Damian Kulig on the finish. But again, the guard play from either team. Impressive indeed. Usufa finds Mertz. Mertz to the inside. A wide open man. Nicholas Kell had the opportunity, and as I was saying about the guard play of either team, Max Mertz throws a terrible pass out of bounds, and he had the open guy. Here is Mataf against Graves. Fake pressure from Graves though, he just retreats. pass. Kulig finishes again. So Mutaf with a good feed. And Damian Kulig off the bench. Another impact player. Doing the easy work in and around the basket. But that is anything but easy, really. The roll, the good hands, and the finish at the ring.
Okay. Okay, you play top on low post, overplay, don't allow easy basket. On offense, let's play. Let's play feet down, rotate. Feet down, rotate.
A simple timeout really from Banvit. They've opened up a 10-point lead. Strong start to the second quarter, 7-3 run for them. I said that Fraport was hanging tough. The three-point shooting, lights out right now for Banvit. 5 of 6 they are as a team. 9 of 13 overall from the floor, 6 of 6 from the line. They've only got 3 turnovers as well. Very efficient basketball from them. And Fraport haven't been bad themselves. Just no response as the first double-digit lead has come up. Vaughan's back into the game. He finds Kiel. Kiel, blows the open finish. Point blank opportunity, but a big man couldn't put it home. And let's see where Banvit go here. Mataf has come off a couple of screens, he'll collect it now. He'll come off the screen looking for Kulik, who this time pops in, he'll take the 3. Why not with the way it's going for Banvit? Damian Kulig, who's hit in and around the ring, now shows the range, stepping out and buries the 3. Shields. Kiel waits for Vaughan on the handoff. Vaughan. Nowhere, no penetration though. Shields is going to have to take the quick 3. Buries it himself though. So the offense wasn't really getting anywhere for Fraport. They had no penetration at all. Luckily for them, Siobhan Shields stepped up to make his first field goal of the game. Then quick hands. Nearly got the steal from Vaughan. Kiel switches this time. Muric for 3. Yeah, again! Banvit on fire here. Another 3. There is the confirmation on Muric. They've made their last 7. It came up as 3 for 3 for Muric. I think that's only 2 for him. Previous one was Kulig as Vaughan comes up short in the low post. It's tipped by Kulik, so we'll stay with Fraport. What a spurt this is, though, for the Turkish team. I mean, how anyone in the Basketball Champions League can guard this team when they're shooting the way they are. Incredible production. Shields tries a 3 of his own, gets it. It's a 3-point shootout here in Turkey. Shields his second. The lead is back to 10. So Mutaf comes off it. Why not fire it up? Loses it. Vaughan picks it up, and he's going to be whistled for the kick. Kwame Vaughan, he had a hand on it, and as he was trying to pick it up, it just clipped on his own foot. You see, he showed quick hands. And this is where the kick is, right there. He just kind of kicks it to himself accidentally. The Banvit fans in the back of your picture, up the top there, loving the offensive display from their team. And this, remember, is without leading man Jordan Theodore even being on the floor for them. The penetration, foul. So to the line, Nima Guzklap.
Steadies his feet. Shot for him. Played in 2 games in the Basketball Champions League so far. Seen extended minutes here. He played 15 minutes against Bakken Bears, 5 points. He only played 1 minute against Naha, 21-year-old. Seeing some extended time against the free throws. It was his first trip to the line this entire season in the Basketball Champions League. Banvit, look at their ability to shoot the ball, both 3 and the 2, as the penetration from Vaughan doesn't fall. He's the first man to it. Penetrates. Puts a lot of room in the lane, and Kwame Vaughan finishes it off. Frustrated he missed the first one. Great tenacity from him though. He's got 4 now. And defense here, Shields switches out. Shields tips it, can't save it in time though. Shot clock to 8. Theodore is going to come back in. Substitution will also come in for Fraport. Montez Robertson places Antonio Graves. Robertson's been quiet. He had that great possession or shot on the first possession. It's the only time he scored though. Another man who's been quiet is Chappelle. Take the tough pull up. Not the best shot. The shot clock was winding down though. Felt he had to force it. And now we try and pick up Kwame Vaughan. Vaughan hesitates. Goes cross court. Ilshufa trying to back his man down. Finds Morrison, but Morrison loses it. His eyes must have opened up as he saw that lane to the ring once again. There's going to be a mismatch low, but Mataf buries yet another 3 for Banvit. Incredible, 8 for 9 as a team, Banvit here. Mataf is 3 of 3. What shooting from the Russian team. 40 points already for them. Ilshufa tries to respond, but can't. Incredible scenes here, Banvit. They've made 8 threes. They've only made 4 2-point shots in this entire game. It's been all from beyond the 3-point line. Here is Mataf again. Get a hand up when you're near this man. Patience from him though. Goes to Kulig. The cut comes. It's going to be a double triple though, because there was just too much room for Mataf on the cut. Shields looking on. One of the easiest opportunities of the game for Banvit on that particular offense. They couldn't take it though. Just their 4th turnover. Both teams have done well looking after the ball. Shields crosses, steps back. Great defense though. Look at it from Banvit. No open shots. It doesn't matter if you're Vaughan though. And a glimmer of space. Theodore had the hand up. It's not enough to stop that man. Vaughan is averaging 14 a game. It's halfway on that. 3 minutes and 20 seconds before the end of this first half. Theodore calls a play. Takes a 3 of his own. It's going to be off. A rare miss for Banvit then. They're slow to get back in transition here. Robertson throws it up! Morrison with the finish. Banvit slow to get back in transition, and Fraport knew it. Robertson went through the gears, and Morrison doing what he does best. Flying high and throwing it down. I think this will be a frustrated timeout from Banvit. Let's listen in.
Hey, we have 3 small fouls, guys. Come on, hey. And 13 points. And watch, if it's 8 seconds, it's 8 seconds. Tess in the corner. Stefan in the corner. Oh, hey, we change. Stefan, your ball side corner. Tess, weak side corner. Antonio down here. Come with the ball. Mike is here for the flare screen. Just like we did. Come with tempo and then you read it. Set it, don't set it, then come.
see what the response is out of the timeout then. I mean, that'll be the happier coach in these last few minutes, I'd have said. For Fraport, really. They haven't played particularly well. And Coach House will be pleased to see a team within 8. Banvit shooting the lights out. Barely missed the 3. You've got to think that percentage is going to come down. There's Vaughan hounding. Mataf all over the floor. Mataf will use this screen from Kulik. Kulik's popped high. He's got some room. The behind-the-back pass. Great rotation, though, from Fraport as Theodore can't hit. Here comes Morrison. Vaughan had the open man. It's Graves as well, who's already hit the 2 threes. See the pair of them frustrated. The pass didn't get there. Momentum, even with this 8-point deficit, is with Fraport here. Going into the half. A couple of scores here would make this game very interesting. Graves pulls up. Can't finish, but Morrison thought he was going to grab the rebound. Instead, it's Mataf that gets it. And that's the advantage that Banvit have had in this game. The bench scoring from them. Guys like Kulik, Mataf as the steal comes from Robertson. Robertson fouled. Sideline possession. I mean, Mataf did well to get back, just to stop Robertson any way he could, because Quantas Robertson was flying then. Great anticipation from him. And if he can get past that man, he is going all the way for an easy score. Graves will bring it in. Confusion as to where the pass is going to come in from. Vidmar comes back for Banvit. So Vidmar was quiet, played the first 6 minutes and 50 seconds. He had 2 turnovers and just 1 rebound. See if they can get better production out of him. Vaughan now. That's for Ilshofer to screen. Now, Vaughan looking high-low, can't find it. Ilshofer cuts back door. Someone's got to free himself. Morrison does, but Mataf sneaks in. It's the steal. Now here he is, waiting for Vidmar. Vidmar's going to be fouled by Graves. Graves frustrated. Tough assignment for him, switching on to Vidmar, trying to keep him out of the lane on the roll. Line possession will be brought in by Jordan Theodore. Chappelle's going to come off a couple of screens here. No, instead it's Mataf. He can't find any room in that corner. Great defense from Graves, but here comes Vidmar penetrating and finishing. It just opened up for him, didn't it? The threat of Mataf on the far side, all the eyes really were on him. And Vidmar realized there is no one between him and the ring. Powers his way to a 2. Foul will be on the floor. Draws the foul, only against him. Muric is going to come back in. So it's brought in by Kwame Vaughan. There is Mataf going out. Well-deserved break from him. Excellent shooting. As the lead is at 10. Shields trying to find room for the 3, can't get it. Vaughan off a couple of picks. Isolated against Vidmar, goes to Graves, who makes yet another 3! Antonio Graves, his 3rd 3 of the game. High quality shooting here in Turkey. Basketball Champions League action at its finest. Orlik puts it on the floor, finds Theodore. Theodore given a lot of room, won't take it. Now finds Vidmar, over the top of Morrison, comes up short. Perhaps Theodore should have taken another 3. Does it come the other way? Graves to Morrison. Morrison's called for the travel. Just too much. He doesn't like the call, but there's no need for him to be trying to sell the shot fake and put it on the floor from that distance. This team's been playing well. They're chipping away at this lead. Instead, with under 40 seconds remaining in this first half, it'll be Banvit possession again.
Beşiktaş son Japan takımını konu gelecek. Saat 16'da.
Run onside shoulder meet.
Tarihiyle bakıyorum.
Mike, good screen for Siobhan. Pop out. Handle fake. Set good screen flare. You have
Yanlış
something
mı
now?
söyledim? Şu an özür diliyorum. Düzeltiyorum hemen. 17 Aralık Cumartesi günü saat 16'da Beşiktaş son Japan takımını konuk ediyoruz. Hepinizi bu önemli karşılaşmaya bekliyoruz.
Final 40 seconds of action, first half. Banvit will have possession. They have the lead. But Fraport still within touching distance, trailing by 7. Theodore, the man who used to play for Fraport, brings it down. Muric, waiting. It's Chappelle, and now they go into Orelek. Orelek backing his man down, finds the pass to Vidmar, sells the fake, can't finish though. Vidmar staying with it, will be fouled by Siobhan Shields. Vidmar with an excellent opportunity, point blank at the ring. Failed to finish. The only possible advantage for Banvit is that on this foul, it means there will not be an opportunity really for Fraport to get a shot, because the game clock is pretty similar now to the shot clock. Theodore isolating to Muric. He'll take the three and bury it. That caps a fantastic first half shooting display of Banvit. Their 9th three of the half, as they've gone 9 of 12 from beyond the arc. Seen them open up a lead here, and Fraport must be wondering what they can do to slow down this offense. At the half, then, Banvit 45, Fraport Skyliners 35. And really, Fraport, they deserve more than they get on the scoreboard. They played pretty well here. They've looked after the ball. Look at their percentages. Very good indeed, but 9 of 12 from Banvit. Just incredible three-point shooting from them. Muric has gone 3 of 3. Goldclap has gone 1 of 1. Orlex hit 1. And then Mutaf has buried 3 of 3 himself. So you see Muric is the leading scorer on the back of those 3 threes. Morrison did a good job finishing early for Fraport. But an incredible game and a very entertaining one, really. Finally balanced for this second half. You've got to believe the shooting from Banvit's going to slow. Can Fraport stay with them and rebound the missed opportunities when they may come? Because it's, you know, this game is far from done, that is for sure. Banvit riding high at the top of Group A. Fraport come in, having lost 7 of their last 8 games in Germany, struggling towards the bottom of Group A in 6th position. Are hanging tough despite trailing by 10 at the half here. We're going to take a break from action then. Make sure you stay with us, as always, to watch the action on livebasketball.tv. I will take a break, but come back to see what happens in the second half.
welcome back to Turkey then. It is half-time here in this Group A contest. Game day 9 of the Basketball Champions League. Banvit have been simply unstoppable from beyond the three-point line in the first half. They have the half-time lead, 45-35, on the back of just some scintillating three-point shooting. They are 9 of 12 as a team. At one stage they were 8 of 9. Just numerous people really. Ido Muric has 3, Demir Kulik has 1, Orelek has 1, and Taf has 3 as well. I mean, really the surprise for Banvit is the fact they have this 10-point lead and their 2 leading scorers coming into the game. Orelek, who is one of the top shooters in the competition, only has 5 points, and Jordan Theodore, a man who averages 15 points a game himself, only has 2, as he is 0 of 4 from the field. But you've got to say, for Fraport, they played really well in the first half. Despite the fact they have a 10-point deficit, they shot 50% from 2-point range, 60% from 3-point range, 50% from the line. They only got there 2 times. They turned the ball over 5 times. They looked after it pretty well. If I'm in the halftime locker room of the German team, I remain relatively upbeat because I think they've played pretty well. They've been hit by a team which has hit the heights of some three-point shooting that you can't match a team if they're going to just consistently make like they have in this game. You've got to believe the percentage is going to readjust for Banvit, that they will start to miss. And if you're Fraport, you just got to be there and ready for when those misses do come. You can grab defensive rebounds and start yourselves going in the opposite direction. For Fraport, Michael Morrison has been the star performer really. 10 points, 4 rebounds. He's 5 of 5 from the floor. A number of those coming in high-flying dunks. Antonio Graves has made 3 threes. That's all 9 of his points. And then they got 7 from Kwame Vaughn and 7 from Siobhan Shields as well. So before the game, we highlighted the Shields and Orelek matchup, which is probably in the favour of Siobhan Shields. And then also the Vaughn and Theodore matchup, which probably is in the favour of Kwame Vaughn right now. Unfortunately for Fraport, they lead those 2 matchups and their team is down by 10. We're underway in the second half then. It's Banvit possession, this 10-point lead. Muric finds a man on the far side. Jeremy Chappelle goes to the inside. Vidmar guarded by Morrison. Here comes the double team. He finds Theodore. They reverse the ball beautifully, and Vidmar is going to finish at the ring. Great team basketball from Banvit. They moved the ball beautifully. They had the opportunity to take threes, but they didn't have. They're going to take it. Foul is going to be against Theodore. Vaughn trying to post him up. See, second foul on Theodore then. The masked man, Shields. Gets it back. Looking high low for Morrison. The defense though takes it away. Robertson had the good look. Couldn't hit. Montez Robertson started the game with the first basket. There's the backdoor cut wide open. Good feed. Theodore finds Chappelle. That's just a defensive breakdown there and a very quick timeout indeed to start this third quarter. Theodore with a great pass to the backdoor cut. Chappelle moved well off the ball, didn't he? So he found the room. It was a breakdown defensively. Second field goal of the game for the number 21 from Banvit. Opened up here already.
touching distance. At the half, really trailing by 10, but feeling like Fraport had a bit of momentum. Quick 4 points from Banvit. Now seen the lead get to the largest it's been this game, 14 points. Morrison's going to run into the ball screen. Vaughan only got 8 on the clock, comes off the screen, runs into the wall. That's Vidmar, finds Morrison. He is fouled by Muric. Time winding down for Fraport there. Didn't think they were going to get a shot away. Luckily, they just managed to find Morrison, who was fouled. Muric's rotation just a second too late. Michael Morrison at the line. Superb first half from him. Double figure scorer. First trip to the line though. And buries the first. It's just the third foul shot of the entire game for Fraport. Morrison goes 1 of 2. And they are 2 of 4, 50% as a team. Theodore loses it. As it comes off Siobhan Shields. It's not been a happy return so far for Theodore, coming bang against his old team. Montez Robertson looks to the sideline, wants to know what to call. Off the screen. Trying to find Vaughan, he does. Vaughan's pass though deflected only into the hands of Morrison. He tips it to Shields. How did he save it? Just 5 on the clock. Vaughan's going to be open. Clean look, buries it. Heady play for Siobhan Shields then, managed to save it. Didn't force anything, and Vaughan was open at the top of the key. All the defense started to flood the basket. Left him open, and he's got it back to 10 now. Muric. Post against Vaughan. Here comes the double team again. Foul though. Muric knew the double team was coming, tried to split between the 2 defenders. Do the foul. Looks like it's against Eskel. He's not quite there in time. The 3. Chappelle continues the hot shooting. Oh, Banvit, are they ever going to miss? Another man into the act. Vaughan posting again, spins. Great opportunity, finishes it. Trouble is for Fraport, they're trading 3 for 2 the way Banvit are scoring. Fresh off the make, we'll take another one, why not? Doesn't hit this time. Shields with a good rebound and he'll start the transition. Gets it back. Kiel though is guarded well by Orlik. And Vaughan collects it, uses the screen. Kiel, this time he'll take it. Comes up well short, he's the first man to the rebound though. Shields to Vaughan, has been feeling it. This time though, it's empty for Kwame Vaughan, who moved himself into double digits. Chappelle to Muric. Muric is looking inside to his Slovenian teammate. Vidmar has a couple of those fakes. Muric will take the 3. 2 misses in a row for Banvit. Unheard of, but what did I say at the half? The percentages might correct themselves for Fraport, but they've got to make sure that they take care of the glass on this end. So when Banvit do miss 3-point shots, Fraport can't give them second and third shot opportunities. So we've just seen they missed a 3, but a foul on the rebound means it goes to Banvit, and they will punish the Fraport defense. Theodore sneaks in bounds, gets it back, and an easy score for him is just the first 2-point field goal of this game. Bekway's in for Morrison, who's had to go out. Morrison just picked up his 4th foul. Beckway failed to finish in the first half. His jumper on that occasion was off as well. Theodore attacks the ring, can't finish. Beckway, good effort to get back into it. Yeah, he can finish the jump shot at Beckway. He's a good shooter. Missed that one. And couldn't clean up the rebound for his team. Orelek for three, gets it to go. Well, they missed two in a row, but you cannot give Orelek that much room. He was wide open off the quick screen. On to Robertson. Contact. Robertson can't finish. Vidmar with the rebound. Here comes Banvit again. 16-point lead for them. Vidmar thought about trying to penetrate. Decides against it. Rolls. Foul is called. Vidmar's given some good production in this sort of second spell of his. Played the opening 7 minutes, didn't really have any impact on the game, didn't score, only had 1 rebound and 2 turnovers. But since then he's now up to 12.5 minutes, he's got 4 points, 3 rebounds, hasn't committed another turnover. So they go to Muric in and around the basket, over the top of the smaller Robertson. He commits the foul and will send Ido Muric to the line. A solid game, Ido Muric. 3 of 4 for 3. Added a couple of free throws in there as well for his 11 points. Leading scorer for Banvit at the half. Let's home the first. He makes a pair to remain their leading scorer. 18-point lead now. Max Mertz into the game. Wong's gone out. Graves skips it. Extra pass. Mertz for 3. Can't hit it. There's a whistle. Foul away from the ball. Might go against the Beckway. Or Vidmar, who knows? It is a Beckway that he's called against. And I didn't see what happened there. Beckway just kind of used his arms to move the man out of the way. It's off the line. Orelek makes number 1. It's such a quiet first half for Orelek. He's starting to come to life a bit here now. 2 of 2 for him, and he's got 10 points. Barely said his name. 3-point shooting. Banvit just shot the ball so well here. Weapon of the perimeter jump shot. So, isolates against Vidmar. Vidmar cuts him off. The help comes. Shields finds Graves. Graves has just 2 seconds on the clock. Won't get it away in time. And applause from the sideline. I mean, Coach Filipovsky is delighted with the team's defensive effort, and rightly so. They've stretched this lead up to 20 now. Vidmar manages to help with the inbound. Just 6 points for Fraport in this first 6 minutes of the third quarter. Vidmar to Orelek. He'll take another 3. In and out. Vidmar, first man to it. Great effort from him. And he's fouled by Robertson. Vidmar, who throughout his career has not been known as a great foul shooter. Got the offensive rebound. Robertson knew exactly what he was trying to do. Didn't want to give up the layup, so he sends his man to the line. So let's see, Gasper Vidmar, first trip to the line for him tonight. First one short, so a point saved perhaps.
by Quantos Robertson. Vidmar steadies himself. Doesn't hit the second either. So the foul did save points. And Graves off a couple of screens, lobs it up. Bekwe is going to be fouled. It's an unsportsmanlike foul. Bekwe is in the air, he had no chance to protect himself. And the push against Imar Gujklap. He's going to be called an unsportsmanlike foul. Yeah, you can see he just pushed the legs as his man was in the air. Dangerous play. So Bekwe bit at the line. He will take 2 shots and possession as well. So the caption said technical foul on Gasper Vidmar. I'm not sure if that's the right call. Vidmar has gone out. Bekwe doesn't hit first though. Second is good. So it wasn't a foul on Vidmar, it was an unsportsmanlike foul. As I first expected on Gojkap. It's been confirmed. So 2 shots plus possession. Chance then for Fraport to get themselves going perhaps. They went 1 of 2 from the line, but with their offensive struggles in this third period, maybe the spark they need. Shields isolates, takes the jump shot and buries it to a 3-point play. Gets them back into the game a little here, the lead to 17. Banvit just have the ability or the benefit of being able to milk time off the clock here. The 3 is good, Orelek again. I mean, in the blink of an eye, I barely had a second to catch my breath. Orelek steps up with another 3. Good feed, but Bekwe drops it. It goes into the hands of Chappelle, who'll lob it up to Muric. Poor pass. Graves spins away from Chappelle, who's a frustrated man. He knew through a bad pass. I like the effort of his teammates though. Orelek went up to him, said it's okay. You know Chappelle will be frustrated. The second half coming for Orelek then. So he has now 16 points as Shields will take a 3 of his own and buries it. So Siobhan Shields is coming out of the University of Nebraska. First pro basketball season. He's been in good form, buries that one. Strong game from him, moved him to 12. There's now Muric, post up against the smaller Robertson. Robertson trying to hold his ground, good hands from Bekwe, steals it. Good for the travel though, yeah. So he tried to start off the transition of Bekwe. He was clearly fouled by Kulik, but he travelled before he ran into the big 6'9" frame of Damian Kulik. Possession back for Banvit then. They'll kick it. Muric sets the feet. Doesn't hit. I mean, they haven't shot as well as they did in the first half, but they're still shooting it very well indeed. Graves can't finish at the ring. No one rebounding offensively for Fraport. So the easy rebound for Mataf is into the game. Now, on the pick and pop. Orelek though doesn't get the ball. Robertson with the steal, and he's going to turn it over. So Robertson stole it. He's trying to again start that transition the second time for Fraport. And they've had the opportunity but given it straight back. Taff just ran in front of him. And Robertson tried to get too much. Could have just taken the foul really. He tried to avoid it. Now they've got to play defense once more. 9 turnovers for either team. Foul against the Bekwe. 2 shots, team fouls against Fraport. Might be against Max Mertz actually, my mistake on that one, yeah. You can see his reaction shows you the fouls against him. Let's have a look.
sure what he did wrong on that one. But at the line, Demi Kulik, what a first half this man had. Buries that one. Gives him the full house. 2 points, 3 points and free throws. Made all of them, yet to miss any of them. 10 points, 5 rebounds for him. He played 12.5 minutes. 2 of 2. Mertz brings it in against the pressure, gets it back from the back way. Robertson to Graves. Graves fouled by Matap. Matap knew he was in trouble there. Yeah, good call from the officials. Graves knew he had momentum against or with him. Matap was closing him out, so Graves at the line. Antonio Graves, 7.5 points a game, 2.5 rebounds, 2 assists. A solid performer off the bench for the German team. That was to hit the second. The offensive rebound, and then Robertson will bury the 3. So great work from Fraport to get the offensive rebound. They're within 16 here. Great tips it out of bounds, stays in favour of Banvit. But first we're going to have a timeout here. Fraport trying hard. They've got great physical effort, but it just can't make a sizable dent into this lead for Banvit, who seem to have the answer whenever the questions are being asked, and usually the answer is a 3. We'll come back in from the sideline possession then. Banvit will bring it in. Pressure comes from Fraport. Trying to speed the game up for this final minute of the 9 seconds of the third period. Delay before we get underway here though. Kulik makes himself open. Ups against the pressure. Here he is. The big lighthouse, the man they can throw to in the middle, but the trap comes. Mutaf is going to be whistled for the travel. Great defense from Fraport then. Shields thought he was good for the foul. Didn't even look towards the official, went back. Kind of hands in his head. Let's see if we can see it. Shields chase after, who doesn't like it, doesn't look towards the official, walks away. And his teammate had to tell him it's our ball. They called the travel. 16-point lead. How a 3 would go for Fraport here. Graves off the screen. The Beckway will space the floor as the 2 though. Foot was on the line. Robertson, effort to get after it, but the good solid box out from Banvit. It was Muklu for the first time. Here he comes to collect it. He was the man that played the good defense on the last possession. Goes to Matap. Matap to Kulik. Kulik knows this double team's coming. He's spinning around. Matap for 3. First miss for him. Mertz looking to push. Now he'll wait, take his time. Final shot of the third quarter, surely. Gives it over to Graves. Graves will wait. 10 seconds here. They spread the floor for him to go one-on-one. Crosses over between the legs. Spins, finds Abekwe, who finishes. How did the pass get to Abekwe? Looked like Graves kind of fell to the floor, but he had the awareness to throw the bounce pass to Abekwe, who finished at the ring. And will that be the glimmer of hope that Fraport Skyliners need? They trail here 66-52 going into the final period.
This is dead suicide. Tez are in the corner. We can even, you know. That's good. You're here. Siobhan, you're here. Antonio has the ball. You should do something before here.
Here are some of the highlights of this third quarter. It started off so brightly for Banvit. They opened up the lead to 20 on this largest day, but Fraport again have made a mini run here, got themselves back in. Banvit always seem to have the answers. They continue to shoot it well from beyond the three-point line. 12 of 19 they are from beyond the land of plenty. They've made 12 threes in comparison to just 8 two-point shots. The defense from Fraport just hasn't been able to slow them down. Vaughan's back into the game. He had a good rest in that third period. He's the leading scorer, or tied leading scorer for Fraport. He's got 12. Here he is. He finds Robertson wide open. 3 is short though. Travel is going to be called against Orelek. Play just worked for Fraport. They made the right read. Everything was right for them. They just didn't make the 3. Shields curled off the screen. He was open. All the defense ran to him. Left Robertson free. But Robertson's perimeter shot didn't fall. It's been the difference in the game, really. The way that Banvit have just been able to take that opportunity. Here is Graves finding Shields. Shields, a lot of room to go one-on-one. Through the pass to Abekwe, just wasn't expecting it. So turnover for Fraport. We've just seen both teams doing a pretty good job looking after it. It's the 12th of the game against the German team. Theodore's back in for Banvit as Orelek steps to the ring, gets the score. So Orelek just kind of glided to the basket. Not under any sort of duress whatsoever. It's going to draw the foul on Shields. Look at the body control. Well, better body control than the cameraman who got knocked to the floor. Shields checks he's okay. And a heady play for Orelek, who after a quiet first half really has come to life here. That one is going to take him to 16. 4 rebounds as well from him. 16 all on free throws and threes for the Lithuanian. Talking of threes, Graves comes up empty. Shields with the offensive rebound. Vaughan's got some room. And his little push shot is good. Vaughan, solid game, 14 points from him. He's played good defense on Theodore as well. But this time they're going to switch. Theodore guarded. Abekwe. Orelek puts it on the floor, covered by Shields. So they space for Theodore to take a 3. Doesn't go. Kulik with the offensive rebound. Banvit will take the time off the clock. They're not in a rush here. Theodore stumbles and turns it over. Oh, he's come up limping. Theodore keeping eye on that one. Seems to be okay now. Just as he drove to the basket, shot on the foot of somebody else. Vaughan to Robertson. Foul's going to be against Theodore. I like that matchup with Vaughan on the low post against him. Third foul against Theodore. You can see off the ball. Contact, so Robertson has to come high to get it. Vaughan. Beckway. Shot clock winding down, puts it on the floor, rejected by Kulik. Great recovery from the big man, looked like he was beaten, but gets the block. And now the extra pass. He won't take the three though, instead go to Kulik, and now Theodore once more in the low post. Orelek will turn and fire this. No, goes to the corner, and another three. One more man into the act. Mutlu hits the three. I mean, how many of these Banvit players, as the dunk comes the other way from Ibekwe. Seventh player of the game that was for Banvit to have made a three-point shot. Theodore, no rush for him. Orlek, high-low with Kulig. Great hands to take the catch, he wants a foul. As he missed the opportunity. Vaughan the other way, good crossover, loses it. Now to Robertson. Robertson buries it. Great play from Kwame Vaughan, who lost the ball on the way up, managed to keep his feet in bounds, and threw it out for the open three for Robertson. So timeout here. We see the rejection from Kulik. What a recovery from him. And then Vaughan, the assist to the Ibekwe dunk. Defensive breakdown really from Banvit.
Pick it on! Nobody in the paint, eh? 3 times they made dunk today. Nobody's helping, eh? But the finest man help. Max, it's you. You are counting corner.
If somebody comes here from the wings, you know you gotta come up with the wing. You can't just fucking let him pass the ball there. All right, right to 2. Hey, offense, we go onside shoulder me. Pass the ball to Shabbat. Pass the ball, reject the screen.
Both coaches asking for more defensive effort. And Orelek called out for his lack of help on the dunk. And going the other way. Now look for the denial of the wings from Fraport. Kwame Vaughan, back-to-back assists for him. He's gone to 14 points, 8 assists now. The point guard for the German team. He jumps out on the trap. Can't get the steal though. Now they're going to drop into a zone. 2-3 for Fraport here. Let's see what Banvit do against it. Dangerous tactic, the way they've shot the ball. Luke goes back to Theodore. Theodore now pulls up over Vaughan and buries it. Incredible one-on-one play. Jordan Theodore didn't have really any room. Shot clock winding down. Stepped up when his team needed him. Vaughan responds in and out. Rebound controlled by Banvit. Great look, great opportunity once more for Fraport. How many times they just haven't made those shots, and they've got great looks. Shields is called for the kick. Shields looks around. Doesn't understand the call. It's sideline possession for Banvit. Fresh 14 on the clock. 15-point lead for them. They go to Kulik. Kulik with the smaller man reverses it home. So what do you do to stop this? They tried to switch on that occasion. Banvit did an excellent job going to the inside. Previous time they hedge and recover. And Theodore makes the pull-up. Shields' response is off. And again, Banvit take their time.
Usually seconds off the clock. They'll be in no hurry. Covered the horn set, screen on either side for Theodore. Defense switches, so Theodore just goes right past them and will get his trip to the line. The turn of speed from Jordan Theodore. So often he's come off the screen, he's been passive, he's looked to the high-low, he's fed the big man under the basket with the switch. On this occasion, Morrison probably just eased his focus on the ball, and Theodore was gone. Penetrated straight at him, and Morrison could do nothing but foul. Man is at the line. Theodore and Vaughan have had a great battle. Vaughan 14 points, 8 assists. Theodore 6 points and 6 assists. Oh, 7 now. And can't hit free throws. Rare misses from the line for Banvit. It is only 13 here. There's a lot of time left. As Vaughan all the way, glides for 2! It's back to 11. Theodore will come back instantly, but Robertson's aware of it. The defense switching, trying to find the matchups. They do recover well. Here is Theodore then. Shields will switch. Challenges the shot, but he can't stop that. Jordan Theodore all the way for the 2. Vaughan will try and come straight back at him. And he's fouled by Kulik. See Vaughan did the right thing. Theodore had got to the basket. Didn't get back in time as the offensive rebounds falls to Shields. He puts it home. You can't trade those Skyliners. You have to get some defensive stops. Theodore against Morrison. Morrison. Oh. Foul looks like it's going to go against Morrison. And that's going to be his 5th and final foul here. Shame he's going to have to go out. The foul troubles hampered him. Limited his minutes. He's played just 18 minutes in this one. Did not miss a shot from the field. He was 5 of 5. He will leave the game with 11 points, 4 rebounds. Beckway has to come back in. The game's still there. 15-point lead. So go to Muric. Too strong on his shot. The rebound and push from Vaughan. Kicks it ahead, but it's taken away. Mutaf was ready for it. This is the problem for Fraport. They need to up the tempo to try and get themselves back into the game. They need more possessions. But they may then increase their turnovers, which won't help them as Mutaf will take the 3, but can't hit. A rare miss for Maxim Mutaf, who was 3 of 3 before that one. Vaughan is going to clip the foul. 3rd team foul against Banvit. The 4th on Theodore. Substitution. Sufa comes in. Man who can spread the floor. He started, but we'll have to go once more. We're just trying to correct the score. It's the fouls, I think. I think it's the team foul situation, which is wrong in this one. So we seem to be okay now, though. No harm done. We will start with Vaughan once again. Sufa to Shields.
Shields buries it. There's a foul as well. Basket's going to count, and it may well be a foul here against Banvit. If that's the case, it'll be possession for Fraport and a chance to score more points, but instead the foul will go the other way. Foul's going to go against Ibekwe. Still confusion about these fouls. And who has what? I think the staff from Fraport were just checking. Michael Morrison had in fact fouled out with that confusion. Been told he has. And now it'll be Theodore coming down. With the ball. Oh, good entry. Kulik got the man on his back. Excellent pass once again for Theodore. His passing's underrated. And I know he has 7 assists in this game. And a couple of times he's thrown passes that won't go as assists. Superb passes from him. That's it. Just a little bit of comfort, a little bit of breathing room now for Banvit. Lead back to 15. Graves sells the fake, finds Vaughan wide open. Vaughan didn't take the first one, takes the tap. Second one, there it goes. I mean, Vaughan had the opportunity to catch and shoot, used a dribble. Almost made it a harder shot for himself, which he made. And we've got a timeout here. Mataf is the man. He's drawing the attention of Coach Filipowski. Just listening to his timeout.
We are dead. Every screen is separation. Hey, take care. 5 times he's beaten. You say like cut that flag. And 1-1.
I'm not gonna help you, Silicon. If I help, he's already running there. Switch with Damian. Just yell switch and you and Damian switch. You and Damian just switch.
Sevgili Banvitler, sonuç
Run horns die.
kapanmasına izin vermeyelim lütfen.
Hey, screen each
Savunma
other.
desteği unutmuyoruz.
No, fuck, don't screen each other. But you gotta get open. You gotta get the ball. Take the ball here. You gotta get the ball here.
Oh, look at the finish from Vaughan. 2 of his very impressive 16 points today. 16 points, 4 rebounds, 8 assists for the leading scorer, 4-year pro. He was a FIBA Europe Cup first-team player last year with Fraport Skyliners. He averaged 18 points a game. Oh, excuse me, last season. After time at collegiate system in the United States. So here we go. Possession, under 3 minutes. Mataf off the screen, goes all the way to the basket, lays it up. Almost like the defense expected him to do something different. The slowest layup you'll see in European basketball there from Mataf. Shields slips down. His pass goes to Ilsufo, put a foot on the line. So the pass to Shields was a tough one. He caught it, but he was kind of put in a difficult position. It's now Mataf comes high, waits for Theodore. He'll be isolated on this side. They switch Ilsufo onto him. Vaughan trying to guard Kulik down on the post. Here is that matchup. Vaughan gets the double team, they reverse it. Extra pass is good, but the shot clock buzzer will sound. There'll be a turnover. Banvit won't kind of worry about too much. It's a dead ball turnover, so it means it's gone out of play. They get a chance to recover. They also used all 24 seconds off the shot clock. Bekwe will take the three, makes it, cuts it to an 11-point lead here. Question is, the time left, is there long enough for them to mount a comeback here? Theodore's going to milk these seconds off the clock before he looks to use the screen. Now he's got the switch against the Bekwe. They space out, great crossover. Theodore glides in for the reverse. Oh, what a finish from Jordan Theodore. Two defenders were trying to line him up for the rejection. As Vaughan comes the other way, Theodore takes it off him though. And Banvit surely on their way to victory. Another three. Doesn't go. Muric kicks it out to Kulik. And Theodore will take the time off the clock yet again. Wanders back and forth. Waits for 5 on the clock. Now his crossover past the Bekwe again at the ring. So Jordan Theodore sealing the game here for Banvit. How good is that crossover from him? Left to right, 2 times in a row. He's got himself to the basket. Lead back to 15 then. So Theodore this time. Guarded by Graves. Takes the jump shot. Doesn't hit. Bekwe grabs the rebound. But just 25 seconds left. As a foul is committed by Banvit. Still with 1 to give, and they will sub here. I'm sure these guys will go out to a round of applause. Out goes Theodore. Out goes Orlek. And also out goes Damian Kulik. Substitutions come in for this final 22 seconds. We'll see Akiel come in. So, also for Fraport, Zeeb at the point. Here he is, he's open, but Kwame Vaughan is going to take 2 more. No, can't finish. Muric the other way. Will he pull it out for the final 10 seconds? It goes to Mataf. Banvit, going to keep playing here. 2 seconds. Defense from Vaughan is good enough, and that is going to seal the game. Banvit keep on rolling then in the Basketball Champions League. They continue their home win streak, and they take this one 86-71 over Fraport Skyliners. An impressive performance from Banvit, who used some fine 3-point shooting in that first half to open up a lead, and just when you thought Fraport were going to find their way back into the game, Banvit always seemed to have the answer. 86-71 for Banvit at the end of the game. Fraport just didn't have enough to get over the hump. We look at the statistics. The rebounding battle in favour of the Turkish team, 33-23. Turnovers were even. Both teams did an excellent job first half looking after the ball. It was a valiant effort from the German team. Kwame Vaughan led them 19 points and 8 assists. But it just wasn't to be. They had opportunities, Fraport, and despite the fact they shot 55% from 2-point range in the game, 50% overall, they just couldn't hit a couple of key shots when they had great opportunities. Then we see the rebounders from either team. Damian Kulik led the way 9 for Banvit as he had a solid game off the bench. The big man finishing 15 points and 9 rebounds. He was one of 5 double-figure scorers for Banvit. Muric had 13. Orlek had 16. He was the game high for his team. Mataf with 11 on those 3 threes. And of course, we mentioned how well James Theodore played. 12 points and 8 rebounds, 8 assists for him. As the chant comes out from Banvit, then they will continue to stay towards the top of the Group A standings. They will await the result of the Monaco game, which is underway in the 3rd quarter. Catch that action on livebasketball.tv if you can, as well as all the action from throughout the season in the Basketball Champions League. But from me and tonight, Banvit will go one more week towards the top of Group A as they look towards both Aris and Monaco coming up in the upcoming weeks. So I will leave you from Turkey as Banvit take this game over Fraport Skyliners 86-71.